So, this is a story about how one bad hair day put a huge crack in my love life. So, when I was growing up, I looked like a chow dog who got electrocuted. And when I was in middle school, I was talked into doing chemical relaxers in my hair, which was basically 90 minutes of sitting in a chair with your scalp on fire. But that made it so that my hair looked more like, like a Bolognese dog who got electrocuted instead of a chow dog. So in high school, I discovered the flat iron, which was a 500-degree stick that made your hair into a dried up tumbleweed consistency object that had no structure. It just kind of it was straight. It was like a big, straight, flat 2x4 board. That made me a normal person in society. So in college, I was asked out on dates because I felt like, I have straight hair, so I look like a normal person. I'm not scaring people. That's good. And so I went through the motions of that. And in graduate school, I was really not interested in dating. I was just kind of interested in like getting stuff done and like getting my degree. So I didn't really pay as much attention to my hair. Like, I straightened it maybe twice a week instead of 5 times a week. And, I washed it like a little bit less often. And I just didn't really pay much attention to what people thought of me because I wasn't interested. But so there was one guy in graduate school who was interested in dating me. And I didn't really know him very well, so I wasn't really in a place that I could reciprocate that feeling. So I was like, you're really nice and we can be friends, but not really into the dating thing right now, sorry. So, but he was very persistent with me for some reason, and I felt there was something odd about it because he was a particularly like kind of just really nice person, which, I wasn't really used to dating like nice people. It's kind of like, like my hair's like really straight today, so you must like be really impressed with that, and you're kind of a bad boy, which is what I'm supposed to be attracted to. So that was kind of how the rhythm worked for me, and so this was a different situation. I wasn't used to it. And I wasn't straightening my hair as much, so it was a little confusing, and I thought there was something wrong with this. So one day I ran into him. It was a very humid day, and I was living in Boston. And, so I was in a bar with a few of my friends, and so I ran into him, and we were starting up conversation, and it was nice, and I was about to leave because I didn't want to, like, lead him on. And right as I was about to walk away, he goes, hey, by the way, what happened to your hair today? And I was like, what do you mean what happened to my hair? And he's like, there's something, what's going on with it? Like, something's wrong here. So I was kind of taken aback. No one's ever said that to me before. So I ran to the ladies' room to find that the right half of it was sticking out a few inches like this. So I was like, oh, well, okay. But no one's ever been so blunt like that before about when my hair is acting up. So I went back out, and I was like, haha, yeah, I get it. It's very funny. And he was so embarrassed, and he was like, I didn't mean it like that. I was just like, I thought there was something wrong with you because I was just concerned, And I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's very funny. And he was just humiliated, and he was like really apologetic about it. And I was like, no big deal. I get it. Like, I'm not really into you anyway, so it's fine, So I didn't say that, but it was the vibe that was going out. So, But so after that day, when I saw this guy again and again, he just kept bringing it up because he was so embarrassed that he had said that, and he was so sorry. And I was like, whatever, it's cool, really. I like take no offense. Like I know what I got into by like putting my hair last on the list here in my life. So after that, he and I kept bumping into each other, and after a while, I was like, maybe I should just give him a chance and go on a date with him. So I did, and after that, we kind of started dating. And it's not what I expected because I kind of felt like this wasn't the kind of guy that I would normally date. But after a while of us continuing to date, he's like, you should just leave your hair natural. And I remember people telling me to leave my hair natural, and they're like, I'm sure it's so cute, just like naturally curly, and I'm sure it looks so good. And I'm like, yeah, it looks good like a lion whose head just caught on fire, but thank you for the suggestion, It's like, I think I know what people really mean. So, but this guy was different, and I did leave it natural. And after a while, like, I just learned how to buy the right products. And I now have naturally curly hair, and that relationship was the one that lasted. So that's the story of how one bad hair day put a huge crack in my love life. Thank you.